Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. As we continue our theme, the flute through which the divine sings, we are invited to reflect not only on inner emptiness or receptivity, but on inner attunement, the delicate alignment that allows the heart to resonate with higher consciousness effortlessly. If emptiness prepares the instrument, attunement allows it to respond. Today's reflection explores how the heart learns to stay aligned, sensitive, and responsive to the divine flow in everyday life. A flute, even when hollow, must be properly tuned. If it is misaligned, even the purest breath cannot produce harmony. Similarly, the heart may be clean and receptive, yet still require attunement, a quiet inner calibration to resonate with the divine. In heartfulness, this attunement develops gradually as the heart learns to listen more than assert, to yield rather than direct. It is a subtle orientation of consciousness where personal preferences, assumptions, and habitual patterns no longer dominate inner movement. Transmission supports this attunement by gently aligning the heart with its natural state. Over time, we begin to sense when we are inwardly aligned and when we are slightly off center, not through analysis but through feeling. Life itself becomes a feedback system guiding us back to balance. This sensitivity is not fragile, it is refined strength. The more attuned the heart becomes, the less it is distributed by outer fluctuations. In daily abhyas, the attunement expresses itself as inner listening. Instead of pushing the practice or chasing experience, the abhyasi allows the heart to remain quietly attentive, open to what is unfolding moment by moment. This listening extends beyond meditation. In action, it appears as a pause before response, a softness in decision making, and a natural sense of rightness rather than certainty. We begin to act less from stored knowledge and more from present awareness. When the heart is attuned, effort reduces. We are no longer trying to be right, effective, or spiritual. Actions arise with simplicity, guided by an inner rhythm that feels harmonious rather than imposed. And in such moments, the flute does not ask who's playing it, it simply allows the music. Dear sisters and brothers, as we move ahead in the session, the beauty of this journey is that it deepens when shared. If these BHED sessions support your inner awareness, we encourage you to share them with your family and with your friends. You may invite them to explore the Heartfulness masterclasses and the BHED sessions, which can greatly help them. You'll find the additional reading material on this theme as well as videos of Revert Daji, which are available on the Heartfulness app under the Sunday tab dated 1st Feb. So you can explore this additional material available on the app for all of us. And we will continue our reading from Heartfulness Way Book 2. And this is from page 99 that we are going to start the chapter reading. Title same as the theme, the flute through which the divine sings. We would not be displaying the text on the screen. Therefore, if you have a copy of your book, you can read along or simply listen. Daji, I have noticed that when you speak of Babuji, there is a special tone in your voice. It feels like a mixture of love, awe, reverence, tenderness, and longing. Love literally pours from you. What is it about him that evoked these feelings in you? You have felt it, Elizabeth, but how to speak about it? It is such an intimate and exquisite feeling. Love can't always be expressed in love words. It is too subtle a thing. So perhaps instead I'll share some of his qualities. Babuji was so suited to training others because he did not have the slightest desire in his heart to become the master. If that idea had crossed his mind, the very thought would have reflected a desire for self importance. He would say that God is the only real master and light comes from Him alone. But it is difficult for most people to draw inspiration from God directly. So instead, we seek the help of a fellow traveler who has established a connection with the Almighty. Daji Swami Vivekananda once said, the Guru is the bright mask which God wears in order to come to us. As we look steadily on, gradually the mask falls off and God is revealed. He has explained it beautifully. The Master always feels like the humblest servant of God. There is no room for ego. Babuji was an ideal example. All through his life, he treated his associates as kin. The idea of having disciples never crossed his mind. He was happy to serve everyone, and most of the time he did it without letting them know. There are so many stories. One that touches me very deeply was about a letter Babuji wrote to a new seeker back in the 1940s. I've spoken about it so many times, but there's no harm in repeating it again here. The seeker wrote to Babuji explaining that he was following another Swamiji. Give me a minute to find it so I can read it to you. Here's the relevant paragraph. I've gone through your letter. There's no harm if the remembrance of this Swamiji comes to your mind. Thought, thoughts of good person must certainly come. Only I am left. Please consider me to be your servant, who sweeps the house and removes all the dirt. Please consider Swamiji as the master and me as the servant. I have no hesitancy in rendering service to you, and I desire that the recompense for my service may always be paid to him. By doing so, I'll be happy, and my service will be noted down in nature's ledger as done without any expectation of recompense as desireless service. But I must write this point in any and every circumstance. Keep your spiritual advancement in mind. Furthermore, on in the same letter, Babuji wrote, where there is service together with the thought of service, reality will not be available. Then where is reality? It is only found where service is rendered without any impression of service being formed. The master is humanity's servant. Many gurus allow their followers to serve them, massage and wash their feet, touch their feet, etc. People believe that by touching the feet of their guru or massaging their limbs, magnetic currents will pass from guru to seeker, helping them on their journey. But Babuji reminded us that the same thing will happen if the guru massages the seeker's limbs or touches the seeker's feet in the same way. Actually, the master is totally dependent on the love and devotion of their associates. There's only one thing that they hope for, and that is their inner transformation. In truth, the master does not think they are helping anyone. Osho once said that the transformation happens without anything being done on the part of the master. They become a nobody, no mind, no ego, even no center, as the center is given back to the divine. They become like the flute through which the divine sings. They serve with love without even the subtlest desire for name, fame, or money. They have access to the farthest possible limit and have the capacity to transmit. If we find such a master, we may have success. Otherwise, it may be better to remain without one. Dear sisters and brothers, with this we have completed the chapter reading. And let us now offer the universal prayer together. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। May this universal prayer help align our hearts with love, clarity, and inner harmony. Dear sisters and brothers, as you prepare for the rest tonight, reflect gently on the day and take a few moments to offer your bedtime prayer, softly trusting that even subtle alignment is lovingly supported. Dear sisters and brothers, thank you for being a part of the evening session. And as we continue this theme, may our hearts remain finely attuned, light, sensitive, and responsive, so that the divine may express itself through us with grace and harmony. And we look forward to your presence for the morning session tomorrow at 6 a.m. Until then, wishing you all a very good night and a good rest. Thank you.